Off that strong 10.9 rebound effort the other night. The two gentlemen who are out of the replacement side officiating this one, Bruce Bell and Lamont Simpson. And we're on go, almost, inside Gund Arena.
Michael, also, Chris Mills has had some outstanding nights against Scottie Pippen, especially 2 years ago in the playoffs, but even last season.
Cavaliers have won 6 in a row against the Chicago Bulls on the regular season side here in the city of Cleveland. Obviously, 4 of them at the Coliseum and a couple at Gund Arena last year. And that triangle offense going to work from Chicago right away. Jordan's going to lift that 3 in Bobby Phil's face. Pippen's putback won't go.
That's right. That time Phil's kept him outside.
Terrell Brandon running Mike Fratello's show. Coming off that 20-point contest the other night. And the excellent distribution of the basketball, too. Terrell shook Jordan and buried the baseline leaper.
That's where you have to make them pay. That matchup is a tough matchup for Jordan, but also it's a tough matchup for Terrell Brandon. Look who he has to guard.
This is Ronnie Harper. 6-inch height advantage over Terrell Brandon. Danny Ferry came to give him some help. Luc Longley swinging up that wheeling left-handed hook for the first 2 of the night for Chicago.
Yeah, Michael Caton's got to fight him a little bit better than that. Luc Longley is 7'2", Michael, and when he takes a step toward the basket, he's probably no farther away than 5 feet from it.
Phil's breaking down that Chicago D. Bobby will hang and get the sweet roll. First 2 of the night for Bobby Phils, who came in here averaging 10 a contest. Dickie Simpkins, second-year performer out of Providence, got what he wanted along the baseline.
That's right, 6'10", about 250.
Chris Mills.
The other night when they were playing against the Pacers, Michael, you and I made mention that it looked like when the Cavs can get a definite up-tempo, they have an advantage. Chris Mills can shoot the jumper along with Ferry and Brandon.
Dickie Simpkins off the Michael Jordan dish, went iron, got some glass, and got it to kiss home.
Simpkins looking very comfortable.
Simpkins getting the start tonight. Just joining us, Dennis Rodman with a torn left calf muscle, also a contusion around the groin area. So Rodman out for this one. Mills' jumper came up a little bit shy into the hands of big Dickie Simpkins. Chicago looking to unknot the early 6-6 tie on this trip. An offensive foul on big Luc Longley. Lamont Simpson with the call. Longley with that moving pick.
I'll tell you what, and when Jordan holds the ball like this, there's an advantage for the Cavaliers, and there was the foul. Mills being held by Longley because they lose their continuity. The biggest part of this tough matchup out front for the Bulls, Mike, is that in transition, you've got to match up properly. If you don't, they can score against you. Everybody out there but Luc Longley can put that ball on the floor and take it to the basket.
Certainly with that triangle offense always has to be the emphasis on the defensive side. The Warrensville Heights native Ronnie Harper with the personal foul. That's his first on Chicago.
Here it is inside, trying to make Harper work. Bobby Phil's very successful the other night against the Pacers in those post-up situations.
Terrell Brandon, Bobby Phils, Chris Mills, Danny Ferry, Michael Cage in the middle tonight. The 5 that Mike Fratello goes with. Phils with an open look at it. Bobby will ring it up.
Terrell Brandon with the semi-penetration, finding Phil's open.
Ron Harper trying to answer that turnaround jumper, clanks into the hands of Michael Cage. Brandon on the Cavalier push. Terrell will lift the 3. Not there, into the hands of Scottie Pippen.
Heard Coach Fratello holler, that isn't what we need. I tell you what, Brandon had a layup if he would have just driven to the basket.
The double comes to help Terrell Brandon with Chris Mills. Ronnie Harper left it very short. Scottie Pippen had his hands on it. Chicago will keep it. Ron Harper has gotten off to an excellent start for Phil Jackson, averaging 12 points, almost 3 boards, and almost 3 assists a game, Jimmy. Last year he was stuck to that Chicago bench.
And you know what I think it is, Michael? He's learning that triangle system. It is a very difficult system.
Yeah.
A lot of passing and cutting.
Pippen all spotted up for the 3. Touched every side of the Gund Arena iron before it dropped down.
If the Cavaliers, if the Cavaliers are going to be successful, there's 2 things that they must do. they have got to rebound the ball, which will ignite their transition game. Also, Michael, they've got to take good shots against this Bulls team. A quick shot leads to layups.
And the 1 and outs will wind up hurting you. Ferry showed the 3 and then leaned in to ring up the 14-foot leaper.
Good shot by Ferry. Doing a lot of that lately, off the dribble action.
Cavaliers by 1 at 10-9 early. Phil's got double team help on Jordan. Ferry switches on Longley. Scottie Pippen. Oh, he's buried his second home run bomb. Pippen's now 2 for 2 as Mills comes back the other way. Almost got it to fall. Chris will go to the line. Cavaliers pushing the floor after makes by Chicago.
This has always been a weakness of the Chicago Bulls. You can run on them if you look for the run. No sooner than this shot was taken by Scottie Pippen, the Cavaliers off and running.
Third-year pro out of Arizona, Chris Mills at the line for the Cavaliers. Chris serving that 1-game suspension. I was teasing him today at shoot-around, Jimmy, saying I know you were watching Jones and I the other night, full of anxiety, wishing you could be on the floor, and he had a big smile on his face, saying, man, well, that's tougher than playing on any night.
It is, especially when you lose a day's pay.
That's the real tough thing to handle, isn't it? Mills hits a couple from the line. We're tied at 12 apiece. Good to have you along tonight on Sports Channel out of Gund Arena. Cavaliers trying to grab that first win of this young NBA season. Dickie Simpkins with that big step to the hole. He just powered that down off the Pippen pass.
He was their first-round pick a year ago. Much improved.
Simpkins came in here, averaging about 6 points per contest, backing up Dennis Rodman. Lamont Simpson and also Bruce Bell blowing the whistles. Turnover Cavaliers. Phil stepped out of bounds. Dickie Simpkins, we mentioned a moment ago, 3 for 3 here in the early going. Chicago by a couple. We played 5 minutes in the first. Bulls with a basketball. Michael Jordan won't happen. Jumper was way wide left. Pippen so tough in the paint, didn't get that one to fall, and Dickie Simpkins going to get hit with a foul for pushing off on Danny Ferry.
Good body by Ferry.
So the Cavaliers hanging in it early on. Chicago by a couple. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on Sports Channel. Jim Jones, Michael Regai, glad to have you with us inside Gund Arena tonight. Cavaliers managed to beat Chicago 3 of 5 in the regular season a year ago. They've won 6 straight on the floors in the city of Cleveland, trying to stretch that to 7 tonight against the Bulls. Mills, nice dish, Michael Cage, but Harper showed up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock at 2. Mills got to get it off. Pippen had a hand on it. 24-second violation on the Cavaliers. There's that jump switching defense that makes them one of the best in the game.
It is, and you saw who was out front. Ron Harper, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen. Pippen trying to fight over picks. Jordan giving support. Harper protecting in the passing lanes on the weak side. Michael, they do a lot of damage out there. What defense. What quickness. You can only play that with athletes. Boy, were they everywhere.
They won championships by playing this kind of defense.
You're right.
Nothing's changed in Chicago. And Dennis Rodman certainly has augmented that even more. Michael Jordan will bury his first field goal hit of the night on that twisting baseline jumper.
Yeah, Jordan on the post up with the turnaround jumper, Michael, and that's where he's dangerous, especially against Terrell Brandon.
Ferry with a look at it over Dickie Simpkins. Longley went up to clean it up. Chicago by 4 at 16-12. Well, Dickie Simpkins is feeling it tonight. He's off with an 8-point first quarter. That is his face-up jumper that drops.
Well, show it all. You've got to guard him. Don't take him lightly.
Bobby Phills with a foot on the line will drain that 19-foot jumper.
Yeah, you can't pass up shots against this type of defense out front. When you're weak on the inside, when you get open shots on the perimeter, take the shots. They may not come again.
Bobby's got 6, leading the Cavaliers scoring parade. Go inside 5 on this trip. Chicago by 4. Pippen will lift 3. Ferry and Simpkins right there together. Danny Ferry is going to get hit for the reach-in on Dickie Simpkins.
Yeah, Fratello, knows that Ferry has had some outstanding games against the Bulls, but he's never had to play the power forward against the Bulls, only in situations where he can play out on the floor. Simpkins stays down low. It's muscle against muscle. Simpkins has the advantage.
Jordan had it rattle on him. Michael only 1 for 4 here to start it through the first 7 minutes plus. Phil's trying to break down Harper. Bobby swooped it to the hoop of the left hand. It's just lost it. Jordan threw a no-look to him over his head that hit Dickie Simpkins squarely in the middle of the back. Checking in for the Cavaliers, John Amaechi. And yes, the name is being pronounced a little bit different tonight. The big 6'10" rookie out of England. Certainly played his college ball at Penn State. Wants to go with Amaechi the rest of the way, so we will fall in line and certainly give the big fella what he wants. Amaechi.
Amaechi it is.
Danny Ferry taking a seat, so Amaechi on the front line now with Cage and Chris Mills. Cavaliers will keep it with only 8 to work with on the shot clock.
See, the Bulls are not looking to protect inside, so they are up and on the man with the ball and the next possible pass. The Cavaliers need to penetrate this defense, Michael. They really need to put the ball on the floor. Get into the gut of this defense.
Shot clock at 3. Chris Mills got to get busy.
Nice.
When Glass didn't stay down, the tip follow will fall. Michael Cage.
You see, they're playing aggressively on the ball. There are opportunities to penetrate this defense. They're not protecting inside because they don't think the Cavs have an inside threat.
Longley showed it out of that triple option O. Harper went to follow. Ooh, whistle was a bit tardy.
Second shot opportunities. This is a problem the Cavaliers are going to have to deal with all season because they don't have the depth inside on the front line. Second shot opportunities against the Bulls. There's the hard foul on Harper.
Ronnie Harper at the stripe. Miami of Ohio great, just like the president, chief operating officer of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Wayne Embry. Both these guys were Miami Redskins in their collegiate days.
Redskins have a pretty good football team, don't they?
Good football team, and Wayne Embry and I were talking about that the other day. You were there, and Wayne was wondering whether or not the Skins were going to be able to handle Eastern Michigan, and the alma mater came through for the big man. Ronnie Harper puts a couple in the column from the free throw line.
Full court pressure. Trap.
Jordan almost had the steal. Mills battled it and stay with it. Brandon from deep, ring it up.
He stayed aggressive after they beat the pressure. That's the key to scoring against the trap.
Terrell with 4.
Go ahead.
Yeah, coming off a 20-point night the other evening. Jordan's going to lift it and lace it over Bobby Phills.
Turnaround jumper.
NBA's leading scorer, better than 31 a game, has his 4th. Cavaliers are going to talk about it. Chicago by 4, 22-18. We'll see if they can negate Jordan heating up when we get back to Gund Arena on Sports Channel. And Steve Smith, Cavaliers down 4. We want to say a big hello to the father of our wonderful game time producer on Cavs basketball, Carol Langley McDermott. Her father, Bob Langley, underwent a triple bypass the other day. He's resting comfortably in Lakewood Hospital, coming back quadruple, coming back strong and coming back very feisty for all to be concerned with. So Bob Langley, continued speedy recovery, and enjoy Cavs basketball with us tonight. John Amaechi over the top of Bill Wennington. So there's that drop step from the big fella.
And Wennington's going to have problems all night if he allows Amaechi to get that low. Excellent.
Cavaliers interior defense coming up with a steal to snuff out Chicago going to the hoop.
Forcing the Bulls to play half court.
Terrell Brandon's jumper offline right. Dan Marley enters the contest, the former Central Michigan Chippewa, coming off a strong effort against Indiana to get that scoring average up over 9 a game. And Tony Kukoc on the floor for Phil Jackson. Now, Kukoc, Jordan, and Pippen together. What do you do defensively with all of these guys running the triple option offense?
Michael, all of them have various skills. Makes it tough for any defense. That's one reason why they're 3-0, and everybody thinks they got a chance to take it again.
Michael Jordan left the three short into the hands of Kukoc, who's going to give Wennington a wide open look at it, and Wennington will ring the bell.
Yeah, that's his shot. He could make wide open jumpers, 15, 17 feet. His biggest problem is defensively.
Only averaging 3 points per contest. Trying to come through the stack, Terrell Brandon took a bang on that thigh. Bill Wennington on the Chicago personal foul.
Yeah, he hits it pretty hard. Don't see, all he's doing is reaching. He's holding Ameche and he's reaching, and that's his biggest problem. He just can't move his feet on defense, but he can shoot the ball, and he's a good backup. Give you quality rest minutes.
Here comes another Arizona Wildcat and a fan favorite here in Cleveland, the former Cavalier, Steve Kerr. Started his NBA career right here, then went down to Orlando. Ronnie Harper taking a seat. Kerr now very much involved in this rotation of Phil Jackson. Last year started to gain his minutes and do the job.
That's right, a pure three-point shooter.
We'll hit the 2-minute mark in the first on this Cavalier offensive trip. Chicago up 4. Pippen and Marley, we've seen that battle in the NBA Finals and
nice
in a lot of basketball. Heretofore, Ameche went too strong. Jordan came down with it.
Exactly right, Michael. Ameche still trying to figure this game out.
Wennington showed it and then went to the rack and just hammered it over Ameche.
Good fake, good drive. Playing on the rookie.
Chicago's lead is 6 now. Brandon through traffic. See Chicago's defense. They'll come after you out on the floor. Bobby Phil's right there over the top of Tony Kukoc. Bobby's got 8 in the first.
That's right, and most of them are from the perimeter. 6 points from the perimeter, hitting the open shot. That was a weakness of his last season, Michael, but he seems to have improved it.
Chicago averaging 109 points per game. The fade and fill up from Michael Jordan, who's got a half dozen. (28-22), Chicago by 6 inside 50 seconds now in the first. Brandon's going to jump it over the top of Steve Kerr and put it down.
Good ball movement. They stayed wide in the half-court set. Off the dribble pass by Phils to Brandon. Excellent quarter for the Cavaliers.
This lineup on the floor, they got potentially 4 guys that can start that triple option triangle offense for them.
Exactly right.
Kerr, Pippen, Kukoc, Jordan all can handle the basketball and get into the triangle O.
Yeah, and the toughest part about it, if you can't match up with them in the first place, now you got your forward like Scottie, Pippen, or someone like that, or Kukoc playing the top of the key or down low. Unfamiliar territory for most players playing out of position. It's an advantage for the Bulls.
Danny Ferry's back. Bobby Sura, the rookie out of Florida State, in the contest. Wennington misses the baseline J, but Pippen right there to give Chicago Bulls another shot clock. They can use it all. Game clock and shot clock absolutely in sync here as we wind down in the first. Pippen lost it. Turnover, Chicago. Scottie wanted to make the move off Kerr's dish.
But good job by the Cavaliers. They took the ball out of Michael Jordan's hands by double teaming him.
Bobby Sura's got 4 seconds to deal with us on this run to the hoop. Sura will hang, got back iron as the buzzer sounds to end the first. Bobby took it strong to Steve Kerr. Cavaliers right there after 1. Chicago by 4. Second quarter coming up on Sports Channel. Dickie Simpkins in Phil Jackson's starting lineup for the injured Dennis Rodman pacing Chicago with 8 in the first, offsetting the 8 from Bobby Phil's. Bulls trying to go to 4-0. Cavaliers trying to prevent that on top of the Cavs by 4. Michael Regat, Jip Jones, and you inside Gund Arena tonight. Cavaliers in the stretch this week, Jimmy. Got to get right on the plane, head up to Motown tomorrow. Take a look at Doug Collins, Grant Hill, hot Joe Dumars, who had 41 last night.
He can still do it.
Yeah, he can still play. And the Detroit Pistons coming up on Friday, and then right back here against David Robinson and Avery Johnson, Vinny Del Negro in San Antonio. come Sunday. So the Cavaliers in the midst of a busy week. Danny Ferry's baseline J into the hands of Scottie Pippen. Kerr, Pippen on the floor with Bill Wennington, Tony Kukoc. Harold Miner ready to check in for the Cavaliers. Wennington left it a little bit short. Phils is trying to push it. Randy Brown also in the contest for Chicago, and it's Randy Brown coming up with the basketball. Running all the way to the hoop, banged it off the underside of the iron. Ferry looking for Cavalier numbers. Ameche got it to drop with one coming from the line.
And the Cavaliers will take it. 3 trips down the floor. These are the new Cavaliers. Transition all the way. Cavs on the push. Look at the big fella, Ameche, with the nice, strong move. Look at the touch. 2 bounces and in.
Now, do you like that? It's 6'10", 270
yes,
pounds.
I love it.
Getting out and pushing the floor.
They have got to do that, Michael. When you don't have the depth on the front line, which is a weakness because, of course, you get the defensive rebound and there's more opportunities to run, but you have got to push that ball up the floor on turnovers.
John Ameche with 5 came in here, averaging 4-7 in his first 3 NBA contests. So the big fella.
Full court pressure.
Starting to look to the hoop a little bit. Harold Miner and Bobby Sura now, Mike Fratello's backcourt. Triangle offense goes through. Luc Longley. Brown went to the hoop and went glass to put it home.
Yeah, you got to show on that pick, big fella. That doesn't happen very often in our league. A guy goes around a pick all the way unless it's Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen.
Danny Ferry off that back iron off the Bobby Sura distribution. Randy Brown will start the push for Chicago. Longley broke it down. Pippen got the bucket, got banged. He's going to go to the line with it.
A little bit of that continuity offense. That's not a triangle. That was definitely just a little give and go by Luc Longley, but he's showing you a little bit of his ability to look over the defense and find Scottie Pippen sneaking across underneath. There it is again from another view, coming right at you at midcourt. Sweet play by the Bulls.
You know, Jimmy, Scottie's number is a little bit down here to start the early part of this new basketball campaign. He only came in here averaging a little bit under 16 a game. He's already got 9, but you know, obviously, I think Phil Jackson we talked about it. Got so much depth now. You can go a lot of different spaces to get points.
And they're 3-0, Michael, because they've been able to blow teams out, and that's going to cut your minutes also.
Harold Miner trying to use Randy Brown. Bruce Bell got Miner with the offensive foul.
That's not true. That's not true. That's a bad call. That is an obvious bad call. Here's a man that's on the baseline. Look at this. You can knock his hand away in our league. This isn't the CBA. They allow that. The official warns you, and then you don't do it again.
Chicago by 6 after the offensive foul from Miner. Kukoc is rolling baseline hook. Cavaliers finally corral it. Ferry looking to push with Dan Marley. Ameche took it right to Pippen and got the roll. How about the big fella?
That's what Mike Fratello liked about Ameche right from the beginning. He said, Jimmy, he can run the floor.
Marley had a hand on it. Sura looks to push. Ameche making Longley run again. Cavaliers down 4, a couple minutes into the second.
Oh, no, he stood his ground.
They got Ameche with the offensive foul on the illegal pick.
Yeah. I'm not going to beat up the officials tonight, folks, but that's just a good screen right there. Not going to do it.
Real interesting story about this guy right here, Bruce Bell. Bruce Bell, one of our pregame contributors, Bill Needle. Bruce Bell, when Bill was the PR director down at the Atlanta Hawks, Bruce used to be the 24-second clock operator down there in the Omni, and Bill was kidding him before the basketball game about, hey, coming a long way, running that clock, and now getting an opportunity as an official in the NBA. So Needle knows all about Bell, so if we need a little bit of a background check, maybe Bill can provide it.
Yeah, so he went from a secure job as a scorekeeper or a clock man to being out here as an official. Huh?
Michael Jordan The long jumper won't fall for him into the hands of Danny Ferry.
And give the Cavalier defense some credit. There have not been too many avenues where Jordan could have driven all the way to the basket.
Oh, look at Bobby Sura shake it and finish it off. He went right by Luc Longley.
Exposing this Bulls bench. Phil Jackson has seen enough.
The Zen Master not approving of that. The Rook from Florida State with a little bit of shake and then a finish. Cavaliers only down 2. Take a look at some of the numbers through about 15+ minutes of basketball. The ball movement, you couldn't get much more equal than that. And certainly the Cavaliers getting a spark again from the rookie from Florida State, Bobby Sura.
That's right. Sura just taking him all the way. He beats 2 players there. Kukoc, he beats 3 players, and he beats Jordan. He beat 4 of the Bulls players. But Mike, that is a weakness of this Bulls team, their bench play.
Phil Jackson still searching maybe for some continuity there as Steve Kerr fades away and rings up the jumper. First 2 of the night for the former Cavalier. Kerr in here, one of the strengths of that Chicago bench. He averages better than 7 a game. Sura's got Kerr on his back, then got doubled. At 7'2", Luc Longley is an imposing figure to try to throw over the top of.
You're exactly right. When they see him in trouble, they got to give him help.
Marley to clean up the Kukoc miss. Ameche to the hoop.
No, he didn't.
Bruce Bell got him for the walk.
He should be on the sidelines, Michael. He should be sitting right down there, working the clock. He should be working the clock. Look at this, 1 step and up.
Turnover Cavaliers, not glowing words for Bill Needles, former member of the stat crew down at the Omni in Atlanta. Cavaliers have turned it over 5 times in the second quarter, says our man with the numbers down here, Tommy Bochenek. Offensive foul, Chicago. I think Lamont Simpson just got Luc Longley. He did.
I tell you what, Michael, the Bulls are not getting much out of their half-court offense. The Cavs have done a good job of making shots, but also playing tough defense. Look at Ameche right on the floor, up and on Kukoc on the switch.
Phil Jackson. We're going to get this thing stopped and talk about it for 20 seconds or so. Chicago Bulls trying to get back at where they were for Phil Jackson, Jim. We not need remind anybody that this man and his basketball team wear 3 championship rings as 3-time in succession NBA champs. And certainly last year they had to approach it without Michael Jordan, and that was something that getting Jordan back into the flow and getting back in the mix. It's more than just the physical, isn't it? We talked about that last year.
It is, Michael. There's a tremendous mental adjustment because you're so in awe of Michael, and you give him so much respect. There's a tendency always to stand around, second guess yourself. This game is based on anticipation and continuity and concentration and focus. You just have to play. It just has to come together. You just have to feel it. Right now, the Bulls don't feel it. They have a tremendous amount of talent, but it's not on the bench. They don't have much when they go to the bench.
Am I sensing that you do not like the rotation that Jackson has to put on the floor when he goes to it?
Not necessarily the rotation, Michael. I don't think he has much there, and I think he's very conscious of it.
Didn't stay in the hole. Danny Ferry powered his way to the hoop, rattled out on him.
How would you compare their bench against Orlando's, Indiana?
Kukoc went to the hoop. Got a whistle, though, to bail him out, and they'll go to the line. I want to see a little bit more of it, though, Jim, in terms of with Dennis Rodman in, obviously. That brings Dickie Simpkins off the bench.
Okay, so you got Dickie and
Kukoc, Kerr.
And Kerr.
You know, this big kid out of Alabama will probably see Jason Caffey.
Yeah, Caffey.
We'll get into
Alabama,
that, but he's a rookie.
Center. Yeah, you know, so the word is still out, and I think a lot of people believe that this Bulls team is beatable. I know sometimes you get snowed by Michael's greatness, but I don't believe they're as good as they're going to be. Of course, 30 games from now, 50 games from now, 60 games from now.
All right, we just saw Indiana the other night.
Yeah.
If everybody's healthy, and the only one that's not healthy tonight is Rodman. But if you get Smits and McKee back, you get Shaquille back with Orlando, and if the Knicks stay healthy,
I like the
those
Knicks.
three.
I
know you like the Knicks. Those 3 and Chicago, the 4 ball clubs in your mind that are the ones to be beat in the East?
You're exactly right.
Okay.
On any given night, they can beat each other.
We will put that in the Jones file and monitor it as this season wears on.
Look at that.
Marley broke it down. Michael Cage, got the bucket, got banged. They'll go to the line.
That's what we're talking about. The Bulls are trying to play pressure defense, but their weakness is that this unit is slow of foot. See how they come off the dribble, nobody picks up Marley? And then look at Curry, comes over, fakes it, and then Luc Longley tries to come back and recover, but it's not there. Now look when he turns the corner. Nobody picks him up. Look at Kerr. He just swipes at it. Longley tries to recover, and there's the hard foul. Penetration. That's the key.
That foul is number 3 on big Luc Longley. So Judd Buechler has checked into the contest right now for the Chicago Bulls. Buechler's a spot-up shooter and having a good beginning. Averages better than 8 a game. The Zen master Phil Jackson with some words for Luc Longley. Judd Buechler going to go at it right away. Spot up and shooting and filling it up.
In your face. You have to respect him. Played at Golden State for a while.
39-34, Chicago by 5. Dan Marley got some size on Steve Kerr. Went to it, left it a little bit shy. Pippen and Randy Brown exchanging return passes. Kerr's got a 3 all sighted up that'll stick.
Well, I'll tell you what, that bench crew is coming alive. Buechler and Kerr in transition. Cavs defense not getting back and matching up.
Mike Fratello will talk about matching up in the transition game defensively. Let's take a look at this run to the hoop.
Here it is on the top, coming right at you. There's the wing. Pippen gets it back. He fumbles the ball through his legs. Cavs defense, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cavaliers in the middle of the paint. Allows no one to pick up Steve Kerr. And you know, fans, from past history, you cannot leave Steve Kerr alone.
This guy's one of the top 3-point marksmen year in and year out in the NBA. Sometimes he doesn't quite qualify because he doesn't have the numbers in terms of opportunities because he's not playing enough minutes. But he's done it for 3 basketball teams here in Cleveland, down in Orlando, and now for the Chicago Bulls.
Good man to have on your team. Good person, good family man. I've always had a special place in my heart for Steve Kerr. He's one of those special people.
Bulls are on a 5-0 run. Steve Kerr just accented that with his 3-point hit. They've got their biggest lead of the night at 42-34. Lead is 8. About halfway through the second quarter of play. At bench, we were talking about Bulls are with 15 points of production off that bench. Kerr leading that parade with 5. Searle, Bobby Phills, Ferry, Cage, and Marley. Mike Fratello, a little bit more size on the floor with this particular rotation. Bobby Phills in rhythm right there. That's a deep deuce off the pass from Bobby Searle.
The rotation on that ball was beautiful to see. Good backspin, good follow through. No hesitation by Phills.
Bobby Phills in double numbers for the Cavaliers with 10. Buechler again says I might as well lift it up. Buries his second jumper in succession.
The defense has got to make the adjustment. You can't leave Buechler alone.
Terrell Brandon ready to come back off Mike Fratello's Cavalier bench. Chicago by 8. Cavs with Marley with the size over Kerr again to Michael Cage. Randy Brown went to hammering, and the big man out of San Diego State will go to the line for a couple.
Tell you what, I know that Marley can shoot, but I didn't know he could pass as well as he has over the last 3 games, Michael. He can find people. He has great basketball sense. He felt the pressure of the double, triple team and gives it up to Cage. Old wiry veteran Cage knowing how to get to that basket. He saw the pressure, went immediately to the basket.
Michael's coming off a night in where he went for 10 points and 9 boards. I'm sure he will like to make amends on the second free throw toss.
Yeah, he almost shot an air ball there.
Ronnie Harper back. Steve Kerr sitting down. Harper back with but a couple of points, but averaging 12 a contest in the starter's role for Phil Jackson. Michael Cage splits a pair. Give Cage now a total of 5. Cavaliers down 7. Brown and Buechler along with Wennington, Pippen, and Harper. As Phil Jackson continues to go with a lot of different fivesomes on the floor. Randy Brown won't get it to drop. Dan Marley went up to claim it. Phills will slash and hang. Mills keeps it alive. Brown saves. Chicago. Buechler's going to try to push. Chris Mills picked his pocket clean. Steal, Chris Mills.
Harper tried to make the crossover move.
Dan Marley's triple crawled across the iron. Michael Cage will save. And the arena crowd appreciative of the Cavalier commitment. Isolation for Chris Mills. He got whacked by Randy Brown. Lamont Simpson said it's on the floor.
Tell you what, Mills had a real sweet post up down low, Michael. But there's one thing he has to do. He has to make his moves more decisive, because right here, but see, he's got him. Take him. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. By that time, the defense is there.
Cavaliers with a new shot clock after the Randy Brown personal foul. Phil's calling for it with Harper on his back. Chris Mills for 3. Book it.
Terrell Brandon penetrating, defense collapsing, Cavs rotating to the open spots. That's that perimeter game we've been talking about for about 3 games now. Sweet, huh?
Yeah, you got to like it, because as you've been saying all along, they certainly have more ammunition with guys to load it up from out there than we've ever seen before in this ballgame. And you've been talking about that since night 1.
Yep. Cavaliers in this half-court defensive thing, Michael, have done a real good job on the Bulls. There's been a few breakdowns. Weddington, Pippen with the back door, but not many. Jordan's going to be Jordan, but not many. They've done a good job when they're forced to play half-court against the Bulls defensively.
His airness is back with those 6 first-quarter points that he authored. Well, Pippen just wants to get it up some way, somehow. Phils was right there with him. Scottie forced him. Marley cleaned it up. Brandon into the offensive end. Cavaliers. Mike Fratello's bunch only down 4. Mills recognizes the double. Brandon with that quick release jumper got the roll.
That's right. Little give back action. Sweet move under control. 12-footer.
Terrell coming off that 20.7 assist night. Harper in traffic. Brandon reached in and had to whack Ronnie, or he had the easy chippy.
Cavaliers have pulled themselves right back into this thing. There's Harper down low, 6'6", maybe a half. There's Brandon, said, I'll just take one. There's Michael Cage denying the 3-point opportunity.
Got to feel good for Ron Harper, though, Jim. We know we talked to him pretty extensively over the summer, and we know that certainly he wasn't pleased with what transpired in Chicago during his first season. But hey, to his credit, he's gotten in sync with Phil Jackson and really turned it around.
Tell you what, he's in tremendous shape. I heard he worked out all summer, lifted weights, stayed in Chicago quite a bit.
Didn't help him there. Missed a couple from the line. Cavaliers could tie, maybe take the lead on this trip. Mills, quick trigger in the jumper. Came up a little bit short into Pippen's hands. Scottie with that show and then go to the hoop. Well, Dan Marley has been strong on the defensive glass in the first half. Inside 3 minutes left in the first half. Cavaliers have clawed their way from 8 down right back into it. Phil's calling for it on Harper. Ronnie Harper picked his pocket. Bobby Phil's with the last to touch. Harper sprawled out down in the corner around the baseline. Ronnie holding the lower back. We'll check on Ron Harper after this Cavalier timeout. Chicago by a couple as Harper gets looked at by Gary Briggs. We'll be right back to Gund Arena.
Our very adept camera crew said that Harper pulled his back. I think he twists. Let's see. He's reaching for the ball right there. Right there. Yeah, right there where he tried to reach for the ball. Right there. Looks like probably just a muscle strain or sprain. He's up and moving.
Speaking of being up, the crowd at the Gun is up and energized as the Cavaliers have been on a 6-0 run to take the Chicago lead, which was 8 down to a couple. And certainly the Cavaliers trying to make things a little bit better for themselves on the glass, Jim.
Yeah, we talked about that. In order to run the ball and deny this Bulls team, you have to get the defensive rebound. If you're living and dying, Michael, with your defensive turnovers, how many of them do you get in the game to break? You really got to get the defensive boards. Good job in the second period.
Dan Marley's done a job, as I mentioned a minute ago, sealing off on the defensive end. Harper stays with Jordan, Pippen, Judd Bushler, and Dickie Simpkins. So no real man in the middle right now in this triangle offense for Phil Jackson. Bushler with a spot-up leaper. It went down, but you heard the 24 expire. Phil Jackson's offense just a little bit tardy.
Half-court defense once again, rotating very quickly. You see the menacing eyes of Phil Jackson.
Jeff, coaches have had those menacing eyes that stared right through you.
Oh, yes. Quite a few of them.
Marley gave Chris Mills an opportunity. Chris left it short. One more try with muscle. Dickie Simpkins had a little more muscle with the swat.
No time to worry about it.
Bushler, I'll try it again. A little bit earlier in the 24, and he squeezes out the three-point hit.
No hesitation, no strain.
He can shoot it. He's got 7. Ends the Cavaliers' 6-0 run. Brandon will hang. Didn't get the roll, but Terrell will go to the stripe after being jostled by Michael Jordan.
And I think that this could be one of the weaknesses of this Bulls team. If they're forced to play against very offensive-minded, smaller point guards, as good a defensive player as Michael Jordan is, Michael, there is no way that he could probably check Terrell Brandon for 48 minutes. Even though the other night against Damon Stoudemire had 19 points in the first half, didn't score 2 points in the second half. Jordan had to figure him out.
I want to make sure that you're with the Cavs television network enjoying Quinn Buckner, Jim Gray. They'll be up in the Palace in Auburn Hills tomorrow night. They'll be checking out the Cavaliers against Doug Collins, Grant Hill, and the Detroit Pistons. Happens tomorrow night, 7:30, Cavs television network. Make sure you check your local listings. Terrell agonized over that free throw miss in the last 30 seconds the other evening.
Well, he should. The strength of this Cavalier team has always been their free throw shooting, Michael, but this season they are really not shooting the ball that well.
Now they have really struggled down in Florida, and then the other night against Indiana. Marley with the steal. Pippen's got to wrap him up. It's going to be Scottie Pippen on the personal foul. Cavaliers saying that's a 2-shot intention. Chicago's over the limit anyway, so the Cavaliers are going to get free throw opportunities out of it.
Yeah, they're going to call it an intentional foul, and that was Pippen's idea. He wasn't going to give up the easy one. But getting back to the free throws, the Cavaliers, Michael, have got to improve their free throw shooting because they are really, really struggling. 59, almost 50, almost 60%. I've never known a Cavalier team to shoot 60% from the free throw line. Glaring weakness.
And as we see the Cavalier bench, as we know, certainly that's something that's going to have to get rectified. And Mike Fratello and Ron Rothstein, Sidney Lowe, well aware of that.
Yeah, all it takes is a couple of good nights and then things up to 75.
Dan Marley split the pair. Cavaliers only down 2. 75 seconds left in the first half. Bobby Phills with a slap away. Chicago's going to come back with 13 on that shot clock, and certainly by comparison, the Cavs' opposition, Mike Fratello has seen them shoot almost 77%. Cavaliers not with right assignments there. Judd Bushler got the two-handed throwdown. Hey, Judd Bushler is working on a 9-point second quarter off Phil Jackson's bench.
Oh yeah, tell us about Eddie Johnson too.
Saw enough of Eddie and Ricky Pierce the other night.
You know, that's what happens when you don't have the depth. No Tyrone Hill. That hurts.
Shot clock now inside 10. Jordan eyeing up Phills. Mills inside. Knew what to do with it. Went hard off the square off the Bobby Phills pass.
Sweet job by Phills. Not that Tyrone Hill would be guarding Bushler, but it affects your rotation on who you have to play against certain people.
Chris Mills with 9, Bobby Phills with 10, Terrell Brandon with 10. They're pacing the Cavalier attack tonight. Good to see Mills back again, as we know Chris had to be agonizing over missing that contest the other night. Only 6 seconds left first half. Shot clock now at 15. Jordan got doubled, found Dickie Simpkins. Leaned in. Well, Dan Marley wasn't even in the same area code with Dickie Simpkins.
I tell you what, I think Simpkins stepped out of bounds. I really believe he did, Michael.
Well, they got Cage instead of Marley.
Dickie Simpkins at the line.
Mike Fratello exhorting the Cavaliers to make sure they're aware of this situation as we wind down here in the first half.
Cavaliers with a chance for last shot. Now, if he misses one of these, what makes a three-point opportunity possible to tie this thing. Simpkins working on his second free throw.
Danny Ferry checking in. Bobby Phills with those 10 points in the first half. We'll have a seat here in the what probably is going to be the Cavs' final trip up the floor here in the first half.
Full court pressure. 2-2-1. That's a trap.
Brandon and Ferry will beat it as Jordan and Harper and Pippen lurk in the neighborhood. Shot clock's off. Game clock at 6. Brandon trying to get active. Lost it to Bushley. Last touch. Cavalier basketball. Last touch. Michael Jordan or Judd Bushler, said Bruce Bell. 1.8 for Mike Fratello's offense coming back here. Trying to edge into this 4-point deficit. Chris Mills will trigger it. Mills not going to get it off. Play 24 minutes of basketball. Cavaliers in spurts, playing well. Cut into an 8-point lead. Got it down to 2. Right now it stands at 4. Don't go away. Halftime coming up on Sports Channel. We'll be right back.
Good first half.
Michael Ray, Jim Jones, happy you're a part of it on this Thursday night of NBA Hoops. Cavaliers trying to grab that elusive first win of this new basketball season. And Jim, though, by the number in the first half, the Cavaliers probably the best first half by the number again that they've had through the first 3 games to date.
It is, Michael, and one of the things that they picked up on, as you made mention earlier, was their rebounding in that second period. But they caught the Bulls and had a couple opportunities just before the end of the whistle, just before the end of the quarter. But Michael Jordan, only 3 of 8. Bobby Phills has done a fantastic job, along with the Cavalier team defense, of keeping Jordan away from getting those easy layups and easy dunks.
If you're just joining us, we talked about Bobby Phills, a young man out of Southern that just exchanged some chest with Ronnie Harper in terms of what he did when he took on the assignment against Michael Jordan in the 2 games that the Cavs faced Jordan in last NBA season. Of course, Jordan only went 18 of 53 from the floor, which kind of told the story. He only shot 40% last year, Jim, after he came back anyway, and Phil's was one of those guys who really shut him off.
Well, he's played Michael with a lot of physical effort. He's athletic, and the team defense is always there to give him support.
Bobby goes right to the hole, grabs his 11th and 12th points here in the contest. Phil's wasted no time. Cavaliers beat pressure. Let's check the starters on the floor to start the third. Brandon along with Phil's, Mills, Ferry, and Michael Cage. Michael Jordan's jumper from top of the circle into the hands of Michael Cage. Chicago going with the same 5 that Phil Jackson started with: Jordan and Pippen, Dickie Simpkins, Luc Longley, and Ronnie Harper. Cavaliers could tie, maybe take the lead early on this third quarter trip. Oh, Bobby Phills is feeling it. Foot on the line as he buries that long deuce.
That's right, Michael. Good follow through, playing with a lot of confidence, and has accepted the challenge that he's got to play well tonight. I like that kind of commitment.
You know, this happened last year too, if you remember, when he was offensively, he had big games. Exactly. Jordan with an open look at it, had it rattle on him. Michael now just 3 of 10 in the contest. Longley went over Ferry and Cage, drew some contact, and he's going to go to the line. Michael Cage on the Cavalier personal.
You know, what I'm seeing from the Bulls is a little bit like what I'm seeing, what we've been seeing with the Cavaliers. They don't have a center who is really an exciting passing center who can really make the defense play. Luc Longley at 7'2" just doesn't seem to be in, just doesn't have the feel for what they're trying to do. He's got all this quickness around him. You know, where you have to double team those guys. There's a lot of little things he should be doing right now that's got to be eating Phil Jackson up.
Yeah, you know, as I look out on the floor too, and I look at the Chicago offense, Jimmy, out of their triangle, I try to envision where Dennis Rodman would be into it had he been here tonight. Of course, probably pretty much out high in the perimeter as he was in San Antonio.
They're making a bum rush to the basket for offensive rebounds.
I like that.
Well, you know how he used to do it when he played with Detroit.
Chris Mills squeezes the trigger, rattles it home, got banged, and is going to go to the line with it.
Perimeter game. This Cavalier team Michael, is developing some type of personality of their own. They are showing tremendous ability to shoot the ball from the perimeter. This time it's Chris Mills from the corner. Sweet shot, three-point opportunity.
Well, Chris Mills joins Bobby Phills and Terrell Brandon in double numbers. Chris now with a total of 12 on the evening. Phills with 14, Brandon with 10. Cavaliers up a couple at 54-52. Longley with a left-handed lean. He pushed off to get that offensive board on Michael Cage. No whistle. Bruce Bell tooting the whistle on Terrell Brandon. Terrell looking over at us for some support. Bruce can help you,
but we can't tee. I tell you what, Bruce got caught in between. He thought Harper was going to shoot the shot, so he anticipated.
Terrell hit with a Cavalier personal foul, his second. Cavaliers now by 2. They've erased the 4-point lead. Dickie Simpkins is going to spank it off the Scottie Pippen pass. Pippen rapidly approaching a triple-double here tonight.
I tell you what, he's one of those players that is just so athletic and such a smart ball player.
Michael Cage with an open look at it. The big fella will knock it out.
3 straight jumpers in the row by the Cavaliers.
Cage with 7, coming off that 9-10 rebound effort. The loss to Indiana. Simpkins on the Harper miss, tipped it into Jordan's hands and went glass to bang home the 2.
Well, you won't keep a lead long if you give second shot opportunities to Michael Jordan.
His airness only with 8. He was scoreless in the second quarter. After a 6-point first quarter, he averages 31 points per contest. We are tied at 56.
Well, he really had to concentrate on Brandon, who was hot in the first half. I think that took away from his offense.
Shot clock at 1. Danny Ferry will step back, had to get it off. Simpkins played good in the face pressure deep. Haven't seen Jordan explode to the hoop yet tonight. He tried to there with that big first step. Chris Mills reached in to help his buddy Bobby Phills and got the personal foul.
And Michael, even with that big first step, look at Phills. He's still with him. He's still right with him where he should be in the passing range, in his shooting eye. Now watch Bobby Phills. Notice how he stays low. Young players, he's staying right with him, under control leap.
7th time we've been stalemated tonight. This one at 56 apiece. Jordan found Pippen all squared up for 3. That's just like money.
It is. That's a weakness of this, if you want to call it a triangle, I call it a passing game. You have to pass the ball. When you hold the ball, everything breaks down.
Ronnie Harper is going to get hit for the reach in on Bobby Phills as he wanted to go down a little bit lower on the baseline to Danny Ferry. That's 3 on Ronnie Harper.
Bulls becoming a little more aggressive on the defensive end.
Chicago by 3. Cavaliers trying to break this 3-game losing slide to begin the season. Danny Ferry for the tie. Won't happen off that back plate. Jordan with a little bit of bounce into his game as he tried to get in the paint. Bobby Phills on the Cavalier grab.
That's his second.
What Phil's is complaining about it was the push at the other end, but right here, there's the hand. He does have the hand on him. Was it impeding the progress? Maybe so. Too late to argue now.
Michael Jordan right there as he busts that 18-foot line drive jumper. Jordan with 10. You can hear Mike Fratello telling Terrell Brandon, we need to talk about this. Chicago has broken the tie to put the Bulls back up 5. We'll get back to Gun Arena on Sports Channel. Chicago's lead is bounced up from the 4 it was at the break. Now at 5. Cavaliers had tied them, but Chicago's busted it back out to 61-56. Mike Fratello sending out Terrell Brandon along with Bobby Phills, Chris Mills, Michael Cage, and Danny Ferry again. Cavs having to go without Tyrone Hill, who is still recuperating following the contusions he suffered in that automobile accident the other night. Chicago without Dennis Rodman.
Oh, nice
Bobby
shot.
Phil stays warm with that right hand.
Tell you
Burying
what,
the jumper.
this is the best 3/4 of basketball I have ever seen Phil's play on the defensive end and the offensive end, Michael.
Bobby brings his offensive game when Jordan shows up. Michael Cage just absolutely beside himself as Jordan went high flying baseline. The whistle got Cage as the guilty party.
We talk about this Cavalier helping defense. Jordan pushes Phil's hand off, and look at Cage and Mills over there to give support. We're still looking for the foul.
You found it yet?
Nope. Here's another look at it. You be the judge. There's the drive. Let's see if any body contact. Oh my, no touch.
Cavs on Sports Channel brought to you by the Michelob family of beers with that smooth classic taste you don't find every day. Michelob, because some days are just better than others. Wasn't a good trip to the free throw line for Michael Jordan. Jordan splits the pair. Jordan now with a total of 11. Chicago's up 4. Jordan banged Brandon, no whistle. Heard Mike Fratello questioning where the whistle was. Shot clock at 3. Bobby's got to get active. He'll come up real short on that triple try. Harper went up to grab it.
Good defense by the Bulls.
Jordan with that line drive 3 into the hands of Michael Cage. Brandon looking to kick it up. Mills, open jumper. Last touch, Michael Cage. So says Lamont Simpson. He and Pippen were battling. Chicago ball.
You know, when I played with the Cavaliers, Michael, we played a lot like this. A lot of jump shots, a lot of little intermediate, little floater shots, because that's what you're going to get when you don't have an offensive center. Cavaliers are looking really good tonight. Been able to get shots.
Chicago owning both backboards, 25-18 advantage in the rebounded side. Dickie Simpkins with that face-up jumper. Mills pulled it down. Cavs looking to cut it back from his 4-point deficit to 2, maybe to 1 on this trip. Harper's fronting Mills. Chris calling for the basketball. Got it up over his head acrobatically. Chris will go to the line.
I'll tell you what. Great pass by Danny Ferry. Look at it. As soon as Danny got that ball, he flicked it quicker than the defense could get there. By the time that Whittington gets there, Mills has got the shot. Look at it. Just a catch and throw. Great catch by Mills, and an even better shot that forces a foul.
Study and concentration to Danny Ferry. What I like about Chris Mills that he came in with the attitude this year, Jim, to be much more aggressive, knowing he had to step it up offensively. Maybe he's the guy that can get in that 16 to 18 point per game a night range.
Yeah, and I think the Cavaliers would agree that he's probably a month away from that. It takes a whole different type of conditioning to score 16, 18 points.
Sura just picked the pocket clean of Ronnie Harper and used him on his run to the hole.
Yes, he did. We told you that this kid can do it all. Don't get me started. Don't get me started about Sura. Good defender, penetrator. He can hit the open shot.
Ronnie Harper will remember the effort that didn't result in anything positive against Sura. Bobby Sura goes up to claim Winnington's misfire. Cavaliers could take the lead here. Bobby Phil.
Good shot. Good action.
Scottie Pippen pulling off his 10th rebound in this contest. 1 assist away now from that triple-double we talked about a moment ago. Chicago by 1. Inside 5:30 left. Jordan showed it and then hung, and Winnington couldn't handle it. Now, how many times have we seen that through the course of Chicago Bull history with Jordan's teammates not being able to deal with his dishes?
Well, if it's Magic Johnson, he would quit passing to you.
Is that how Magic
right.
handled
Oh, man, he'd give you that fake, and he'd take it himself.
You got one opportunity to catch his deal.
That's right. An easy bunny, that's right. That's all you get. Make you keep your eyes on that ball.
See points off turnovers. Cavaliers converting a little bit better than the Chicago Bulls. Bobby Sura, Bobby Phills. They drew the personal foul on his airness. His second. Gunter in the crowd, letting them hear about it.
I don't know what Mike Fratello told these guys at the half, Michael, but it's made a difference. They are playing very comfortably. they're doing whatever they have to do, and they have the ability to do it. They're hitting their outside shots. They've been able to take the Bulls off the dribble. They've been able to beat them in transition for easy layups. And the defense has really done the job. The team defense of helping each other.
7-point third quarter going on for the Southern University Flyer, Bobby Phil.
Timeout, Chicago.
Phil Jackson wants to talk about this as the Cavaliers have a chance to reclaim the lead from the free throw line. That'll be Bobby Phil's doing when we get back to the gun on Sports Channel. We're tied at 62 apiece. I'm sorry, Jimmy. And the Seminole from Florida State got the thing started against Ronnie Harper.
Yes, he did. He plays both ends of the floor. Look at the rip. Little help by the official's leg. He takes Harper and reverse layups. Look at that.
Which brings us to our Dutch boy in the paint numbers through 2.5 quarters of basketball. Chicago still leading it in the battle of the boards, but the Cavaliers, through effort like that from Bobby Surin in the half court, have done the job inside. That might be key coming down the stretch, Jim, how the Cavaliers are able to get points in tight around the bucket.
Yeah, because that's what's going to keep the percentages up. And the more shots you make, it's only academic that it slows the Bulls down. It doesn't allow them to run on you.
Tony Kukoc is back and giving Luc Longley a look that he can't cash in from 13. Cavalier basketball. Bobby Phil's just terrific tonight. Mentioned the young man from Southern. Always seems to, when Michael Jordan shows up, not only go after the Cape Crusader defensively, but also throw his own offensive game into high gears. Doing it again tonight with 18.
Michael, there's no fear in this game. Boom.
Manny Ferry catching, pulling the trigger, and had it rattle on him.
There's no fear in Bobby Phil's game. He's letting it all hang out. He accepts the challenge. Great competition out there tonight between he and Michael Jordan.
Jordan and Pippen playing two-man. The rotation comes to Harper. Longley lost it. Bruce Bell said it was Michael Cage's foot that the basketball grazed out of bounds. Not so sure.
No, it was Luc Longley's foot. See, it doesn't hit Michael. It's Luc's foot. Well, you couldn't see it right there.
Pippen with a lean and a second lean. Cage stripped him clean. Cavalier numbers on the run out. Serve to the hole. Put it down.
With some effort, 3-on-2 break right to the basket.
You don't think this Gunter Reader crowd gets electrified with the Seminole from Florida State?
Transition basketball, turnovers to points.
Cavaliers by 3. Ferry trying to deal with Kukoc. That fadeaway J bottoms out.
Kukoc 6'10".
Cavaliers by 1 as we go inside 3:30 on this Cavalier trip to the offensive end. Manny Ferry wants to take Harper, wants to finish Ron Harper.
That's right, 6'10" against 6'6". In the post position. Cavs working matchups.
Sura's taking Harper, Ferry's taking Harper. Ronnie having problems. Jordan will lift and lace the 3 to pull Chicago into a deadlocking 67.
You should have saw the frown on Phil's face. He was the man that was supposed to rotate, pick Jordan up. He just put his head down. It's almost automatic with that much time.
The mindsets are really starting to become focused in here now, here in the third.
Yes. Competition.
Excellent basketball the last couple of soirees down the floor. Bobby Phil's will step back with a jumper. Did you see Sura go up? Did you see the hops?
This kid is going to be so good.
Michael Cage. Tip follow. Cage again off glass. Michael had 3 opportunities, wouldn't stay in the hole for him. They'll go anywhere. This thing's starting to electrify a little bit. Tied at 67. Jordan again going tripling. Look out now. He's home run twice.
That's right. They're forgetting about Michael because Scottie's in the post. You had to double down. The Cavalier rotation twice has been slow in picking up Jordan. You cannot allow that to happen.
Michael Jordan with an 11-point third quarter. Chicago by 3. Bobby Phil's with a lean. Loose basketball into the hands of Ronnie Harper.
Look at the hustle by both teams.
All the way to the hole, Scottie Pippen to flush it down. The Chicago lead goes to 5 as Jordan and Pippen have been the catalyst in the last 3 Bulls run to the hoops. Mike Fratello with a 20.
Here it is. They pick up the loose ball, but watch Scottie Pippen with that long drive, long driving step, that fearlessness going to the basket. You want to see another play here. Watch Sura over Ron Harper. That's a 3-on-2 break, 3-on-3 break. Look at that, takes it all the way to the hole.
Sports Channel's coverage of the Cavs is brought to you by Southwest Airlines with low fares on every seat of every flight, everywhere they fly. Make sure you fly Southwest. They're the low fare airline. I want to say hello to a huge young Cavalier fan. Jimmy, a young man, you'd have loved him. Infectious smile, Austin Weathery, 9 years of age. He's a baseball, football, basketball player. He says he watches us on Sports Channel. He loves the Cavs. Terrell Brandon's his favorite basketball player. And not only this kid's a strong athlete, he's a very fine young student too in Brook Park Elementary School. So Austin, keep hitting the books. Keep watching us here on Sports Channel. And also maybe you're going to get a chance to play in the NBA someday. Who knows? Pick out those Ohio Lottery tickets of yours. Take a look at them. Hope you are a lucky winner. 72-67. Chicago by 5. Cavaliers with it. Sura, Mills, Marley back with Danny Ferry and Michael Cage. Pippen trying to check Sura. Mills in traffic. Shot clock at 2. Sura got some rim as he forced the 3 from deep.
But that scrambling Bull defense once again.
Sura picked the pocket off the errant Scottie Pippen pass. Cavaliers trying to run with numbers. Chicago back. Inside a minute left in the 3rd. Kukoc and Ferry banging. Danny with a fade and fill it up.
That's right. Off the dribble. That's the new Danny Ferry. Not afraid to take you off the dribble. No more of that spot up and living and dying, Michael, with with those 20 and 30 footers. He isolated him.
We started to see a little bit at the tail end of last year that Danny got more aggressive. Michael Jordan still feeling it. Not this time. Longley and Cage going after one another. Michael came up with a loose. Lamont Simpson made that call out from near midcourt of action down under the hoop, which Bruce Bell decided to not blow the whistle on.
Well, these are things that hurt and break your back because it's all on hustle by both teams. You're going to see the shot, the rebound there. Both players fighting for the ball. Oh, Danny Ferry gets kicked in the head. If anything, should have been a foul on Scottie Pippen. Inadvertent kick.
Scottie Pippen, he the author of a triple-double in here tonight, and averaging almost 16 a game, is going to go to the line. He hasn't really exploded in the 3 Bull wins as of yet, but you see the numbers tonight. That's very solid production. Still with a quarter to go. He's got 15 now.
I'll tell you what, Scottie Pippen has really taken off this season. One of his best starts ever.
So Danny Ferry taking a seat. Harold Miner is now back in the Mike Fratello Cavalier lineup. So it's Sura and Miner with Mills and Marley and Michael Cage. Pippen's got a 7-point third quarter to go along with Jordan's 11-point third. Chicago by 5. A 7-second differential. Game clock, shot clock for the Cavs. Mills, quick trigger and a 3. Sura picked the pocket of Longley. Miner got it stripped by Luc Longley.
Looked like a foul to me. I know the rule of verticality, but that was not.
Pippen with 2 seconds left, missed everything but the glass. We have put 36 minutes in the books. Gund Arena crowd, just like Mike Fratello, wondering why no whistle. Chicago by 5. Don't go. Chicago by 5 after 36 minutes, 3 quarters of basketball. Sold out tonight at Gund Arena. The commitment to the Cavalier winning processional has started. 20,562 and join it. Take a look at the third quarter numbers. Cavaliers hanging there, shooting the basketball gym at 46%. Again, though, being out-rebounded tonight by 10. Taking good care of the basketball, but need to seal off on the boards a little bit.
They do, Michael, especially in the fourth quarter, because some of those opportunities that have gotten the Bulls started have been second shots. The Cavs cannot ill afford that.
Two others going on around the NBA tonight. New York Knicks lost for the first time this year to Phoenix. They're handling the Indiana Pacers, who won in here the other night. Knicks up 5, 59-54 in the third. And Dallas is doing a 10-point tap dance on Milwaukee down in Reunion Arena in Dallas. They're in the second. Mavs up 46-36 right here, 74-69. Luc Longley is back with Big John Amaechi. And the Cavaliers going right to Longley. Look at all the help coming. And Longley traveled. He got help from Harold Miner and Dan Marley. They triple teamed Longley.
I'll tell you what, and he still couldn't figure it out. There were 4 wide open Bulls on the perimeter. Steve Kerr was one of them, the closest to him.
Bobby Sura along with Harold Miner, Chris Mills, Dan Marley, and John Amaechi. It's Marley who had the opening for a moment. Shot clock at 6. Got to get active to the Cavaliers. Amaechi didn't get it off. 24-second violation on the Cavalier offense.
I'll tell you what, that was pretty good defense once again by the second unit plus Pippen. Defensive rotation. When you hesitate and pass up shots, it may not come again.
Randy Brown, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc. Brown went strolling to the hoop. Couldn't beat Miner and finish it off. Sura on the push. Harold Miner had it curl out on him. Longley traveled a couple of times. Now he's going to get the hoop after he went off glass with the Cavalier personal foul on Chris Mills.
I'll tell you what, I think that Coach Fratello has a good argument, but Mike is not going to help because the game isn't over. They're going to make some more mistakes. But right here, see, big fella traveled as soon as he picked it up on the spin, the offensive foul with his right hand. And Coach Fratello calling that one. He's way ahead of it.
That's right, Mike. It happened twice. Well, you knew this was going to happen too.
Well, he's got to fight for his team, and any coach would do it, especially after so many calls have been questionable.
Mike Fratello has been on Bruce Bell all night long, and Mike, as I said, not just once. Longley traveled twice after he got the basketball.
Yes, he did. Coach has reason.
Steve Kerr will complete it. This is an opportunity now for a 5-point Chicago play. If Longley can hit here, or make it a 4-point Chicago play. Excuse me. They get 4 on this trip. Biggest lead of the night for the Bulls. It's now 9 at 78-69. The Cavaliers, as they did the other night against Indiana, they came back from 8. They're going to have to do it again.
The way they came back last time, Mike, was with the defense.
Harold Miner's jumper from the corner won't fall. Bobby Phills, Michael Cage return. Harold Miner, John Amaechi leave for the Cavaliers. So it's going to be Cage going with Marley and Mills up front. Bobby Phills, who's had just a sensational evening on both ends. And Terrell Brandon on the floor for the Cavaliers. Randy Brown sneaking inside, used the left hand. Marley went up to snap it off. Mills, size advantage over Brown. Pippen from the backside, Longley from the front side. Got body on Chris.
And for most of the night, the Cavaliers have done a good job of posting up the Bulls' smaller players. This time Mills will go to the line for 2. But they did a good job of spreading the floor, ball movement.
First Chicago foul here in the 4th.
They need to make free throws.
See the night's work for Chris Mills coming back after missing Tuesday night. After being fined $10,000 and suspended by Rod Thorne, the director of operations, for his battle with Sasha Danilovich Saturday. You saw it here with us on Sports Team.
That was a thumb punch, wasn't it? Can you knock a guy out by hitting him with your thumb like that?
I don't think so, Jimmy. I think you and I have been in too many street wars. You in Milwaukie and me in Detroit.
Right,
you know,
break your thumb. That's the quickest way to break your thumb. Hit somebody in the head with your thumb.
Off the triangle offense, Randy Brown got the dish from Luc Longley and made it look too easy.
Yes, it was too easy. The rotation couldn't get there.
Chicago lead stays at 9, 80-71.
With Jordan on the bench.
They'll continue to stay there until Cavaliers make a dent in this lead. Bobby Phills got swatted by Randy Brown. Bobby Phills will go to the line.
Foul is on Randy Brown. His third. Team second.
Here's the action right here. There's Phills going up strong. Look at Randy. He's just as strong. Phills buys some time by hanging in the air, causing the foul. He'll shoot 2.
Big night for Bobby Phills. You see it, 18 points and 5 assists. Bobby came in here tonight averaging 10 points per contest with a couple of boards and a couple of assists. And the sight of this man right here, the Cape Crusader Michael Jordan, makes Bobby hone in and really lock on his game.
Tell you what, Michael, also the free throw situation is picked up. Cavaliers are making them.
Good sign.
Yes, it is.
Good sign. They've needed it.
You can't get them from the field, get them from the line.
We talk about in the first half, coming in here at less than 60% as a ball club throughout the first 3 games of the year. Bobby Phills with 20. Same number Terrell Brandon had the other night. Danny Ferry's back, so is Tony Kukoc dealing with one another. Michael Jordan also in the fray. Kukoc over Ferry, bullseye.
Thoroughbreds are stepping to the front.
The lead is 9.
Kukoc, Pippen and Jordan.
Michael Cage fumbled the Bobby Phills dish. Hit the underside of the basket support. Turnover Cavs. Jordan, Kerr, Kukoc, Longley, Judd Bushler back. Judd Bushler had such a warm trigger in the first half. Hit 9 in the second quarter. First time we've seen him since. Jordan showed it on Ferry. Rose up and missed the jumper. Kukoc, another opportunity. Michael for 3. Count it.
Oh my.
Biggest lead of the night for Chicago. It's at 12 when we come back on Sports Channel. After a strong night on Tuesday, we haven't seen the rookie from UConn, Donnie Marshall, tonight. But Donnie wanted us to say hi to Mom, Bobby Marshall, who's watching us on Sports Channel tonight on the Bird out of Kent, Washington, up in the great Northwest. So Bobby Marshall, there you see, your handsome-looking young man is doing well and ready for action. Bobby's mom is telling me a big part of his scholastic and athletic life. Dan Marley went to the hoop, didn't stay down for him. Chicago running again with Judd Bushler on the push.
Cavaliers 0 for 5 to start this 4th period. 0 for 5 in the last 7 minutes.
Jordan went to go to the hoop. Kukoc threw it out near the timeline. Turnover Chicago. And from the menacing look on Michael's face, I don't think he was too pleased with Kukoc's decision.
Yeah, Michael, tell you what, it wasn't 7 minutes, the last 4 minutes. It seems like 7 minutes because they haven't made a shot in such a long time from the field. And that Chicago Bull bench that I was criticizing is outscoring the Cavaliers 29-14.
The lid stays on the hoop as Ferry misfires baseline right. Cavaliers need to start making an impression offensively. We've played 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Kerr on a dime will ring it up. It's a long 2 for the shooter out of Arizona.
Well, what, the Bulls have got something going. Inside, outside.
Biggest lead of the night. It's at 14. Terrell Brandon through a lot of traffic. Triple won't stay down for Bobby Phills. Michael Cage continuing to fight on the offensive end. Marley on Bushler. Bruce Bell blew the whistle. Phil Jackson's going to question this one. Judd Bushler, Chicago person.
Michael Cage with 10 rebounds. Here's the action from the top. You're going to see it. Look at the left arm of Bushler holding Marley. Need to make some shots.
Yeah, 5 minutes burnt through this 4th quarter. Marley from long range. Cage battles Longley. Slapped it off Luke's foot. Bruce Bell, Lamont Simpson, the replacement referees, looked at one another and finally go Cavaliers' way. 0 for 6 now. Our Mike Fratello shooters in the 4th. And down 14. Marley threw it into the hands of Kerr. Michael Cage is going to get hit with the run-up of Kerr's back.
Cavalier foul on Terrell Brandon, his third.
Excuse me, they got Brandon instead.
But you can see how the momentum of this game has changed. As I malign the Bulls bench, they seem to be the difference in this game.
I got to get you to
give them credit. Yeah, I'll give them credit.
Get you to watch that early in basketball.
No, you're right.
No, I'm just teasing.
Right.
Like I said, I want to see what they have to give throughout the course of the year, too, in order for them to challenge Orlando. We saw what Indiana's bench is there.
And they're going to need them, too.
Michael Jordan fading away and busting it, and then with a look at the Cavalier bench after he bottomed it out, as the shot clock was expiring, no less. Bobby Phills goes strong to the rack to finally hit the Cavaliers' first deuce of the fourth quarter. Chicago will come back with 18 on the shot clock. Bulls in control by 14.
A couple things they need to do at first right now, Michael, is play better defense and get the rebound. When they were successful, it was on the push. Right here, push it up the floor.
After the Jordan missed baseline jumper, Brandon went to the hoop. He'll go to the line. Steve Kerr on the reach-in foul.
Now is the time to make their move. 6 minutes left in this game. Don't wait until the end.
Certainly, we well remember a year ago. Remember the trip into the United Center when the Cavaliers just rendered the Bulls helpless, held them to a team low point total for the night, and just blew them out.
What I've never seen Phil Jackson, bad back and all, walk off the floor as upset as he was that night. So he's got a new book out.
He's got a new book. What do you think? You liking the salt and pepper growth? What do you think?
If he had a turban, so you put a turban on his head. Then all that Eastern philosophy that he's always talked about. And I guess it works. He's winning. Riley's got his way, and Phil's got his.
And Phil Jackson, if he maintains for the final 5 minutes and 50 seconds, his 13-point lead, he and his Bulls will go to 4-0. Michael Jordan buries another three. He only had 6 in the first half, but my, how he has heated it in the second. 16 points. He's hit 4 3-point bombs. He's got 22.
Mike, in the first quarter, it looked like he was forcing his game. Then in the second quarter and the third, he slowed it down, sort of let things happen. He's been able to get better shots.
Jordan had a piece in the Michael Cage pass intended for Chris Mills. Cavs come back with only 8 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers were right there through 3 quarters of basketball. Here in the fourth, it has been all Chicago, fueled by his airness, Michael Jordan.
That's right, and give the Bulls defense some credit too.
Longley swats Bobby Phills as he tried to run to the hole.
And that's not bad stuff right there. Luc Longley coming over again, this time with a clean block.
Bobby Sura in, Terrell Brandon down. Remember, the Cavaliers have to juice it up because they must go tomorrow night against the Detroit Pistons in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Cage had to line drive that jumper toward the iron as the shot clock expired. Jordan's going to hoist another three. Couldn't body English it into the cup. Pippen, Jordan both on Chris Mills. Michael Jordan on the personal foul.
No argument by Jordan there, but the Cavs had a beautiful break coming down the floor.
Chris Mills at the line.
Jordan having an amicable chat with Lamont Simpson. Will be Chris Mills at the line. Donnie Marshall, after we said hi to his mother Bobby a few moments ago, is going to get his first court time tonight. Marshall did extremely well the other night in the absence of this guy, as Chris Mills had to sit it out. Cavs on Sports Channel brought to you by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Make sure you head for the mountains of Bush. Chris Mills.
Plenty of time.
There's 17 on the night.
Plenty of time, Michael, to make something happen if it's going to happen.
Down 14 are the Cavaliers. 4:50 left. There's a part of it. Marley's got a run with Mills. Found Chris, who finished it. Nice recognition, Dan Marlin.
Off of their defense.
Timeout, Chicago.
Phil Jackson, off the one bad trip, says, wait a minute, we're going to talk about this. 92-80. Cavaliers have work to do. Don't go away. We'll find out on Sports Channel. Cavaliers geared back up on the Gun Arena floor on Sunday night. San Antonio Spurs, David Robinson leading them in, will be in town. Bob Hill, their head coach. Sunday night, 7:30. Opportunity for you to come and check out the Cavaliers in action against the San Antonio Spurs here at the Gun. After the contest tonight, don't leave us. Our First Merit Community Bank's post-game show. John Telich, Bill Needle. They'll talk to those who made an impact tonight. They'll give you all the numbers and the highlights too. And that's Telich and Needle with the First Merit Community Bank's post-game show. A couple of guys who made impacts tonight. Michael Jordan, after a slow start, 10 of 22 from the floor, 25 points. Bobby Phills, who has had responsibility on Jordan, 9 of 18 tonight, 22 points for Bobby. So it's been Jordan and Phills. That head-to-head matchup has proved strong for both ball clubs. Make it 27 now as Michael got Bobby in the air and line drive home his jumper.
Crossover with a head and shoulder fake. I think he's found the touch again.
And he's closing in on his league-leading scoring average of 31 a game. He's now at 27. Sura will try to save. Threw it in the hands of Longley. Pippen going to take Sura to the hole. Almost threw it in the hole, but will go to the line off the Bobby Sura foul.
Tell you what, down low where we are, you really learn to appreciate a player of Scottie Pippen's ability. He took one quick step, Michael, and got to the basket so quickly. Look at this thing here. I mean, he is something to watch. All these years, every year he seems to get better and better.
See the numbers. You throw in the assist column. See, Jimmy 9 or 10, 11. He's got that triple-double running.
11 assists, 12 rebounds,
17 points, looking for 18. A healthy night's work for Scottie Pippen, who after a couple of run-ins last year with his buddy Jerry Krause.
His boss Jerry Krause.
His boss and his good friend.
I don't know about that, but
I'm being facetious. Bobby Phills drains another long-range jumper. Phills with 24, leading Mike Fratello's scoring parade tonight. 96-82. Chicago lead is 14. Longley off the triangle, lost it to Sura. Look at Bobby trying to tricky dribble his way by Jordan and Pippen. Phills will flush it off the Marley distribution.
Cavs still 12 down. Got to make something happen on the defensive end. Bulls doing a good job of milking the 24-second clock.
Bobby Phills with 26. Jordan with some hang time to fly it home. Michael Jordan with 29. Mills trying to back down Bushler. Cage will stay strong on the offensive glass. Mills came up a little bit shy. Pippen wants to push it. Bushler, he catches and he guns as well as anybody off any bench in the NBA. Scottie Pippen with a point of the finger for him.
And this Bulls team have taken their game to the next level. You can see they have a tremendous amount of ability. Scottie Pippen is, I don't think there aren't, Michael, there aren't any players like Jordan and Pippen in this league. They have to be the two best young players in the league, along with Elijah Wan and maybe Shaq. I don't believe it.
Nobody young anymore for, you know, Jordan plays young at 32 years of age.
Yes, they do.
24-second violation against the Cavaliers. Phil Jackson's going to clean up his bench. Dickie Simpkins, Jason Caffey, the rookie out of Alabama, into the contest also. John Amaechi back in. Donnie Marshall, second-round draft pick out of UConn, also in the contest. Bulls have kind of started to run away with this. They're up 16. Inside 2 now left. Steve Kerr. Well, that's usually money. Jason Caffey, the strong man. Jim, that's a wide body.
Yes,
flashing
it
home.
Big body, big head, big body. What does he go, about 250, 260?
All of that.
Alabama. Now he check see if he was an underclassman.
Yeah, he came out as a
he
junior.
did.
Yeah.
He had McDyess and the guard.
John Amaechi is going to give some of Jason Caffey what he got at the other end. Amaechi pounds it. 102.86 with 90 seconds left. Bobby Phil still on the floor, but he's got his NBA career tying high with 26 here tonight. Somebody cool Judd Bushler off, huh? Saliva test.
Boy, is he something.
Has Bushler missed a shot this evening? Judd Bushler working on an evening where he is 6 for 6 from the floor now for a total of 13 points for Bushler. Caffey running the floor and lost it. He had a chance to hammer it and lost it.
Yeah, and he wanted it badly too, Michael. Boy, that Alabama had quite a team, didn't they? Because they lost their off guard too. McDyess, the off guard.
James Robinson a couple years ago.
Some talent there.
58.6 left in it. Cavaliers are going to have to hit 0-4 before they get an opportunity to get that first win of the year. Bobby Sura cranks up the three into the hands of Bushler. Caffey on a stroll to the hoop, but to finish it up.
Ooh. A lot of people cried when they left. McCaffey, McDyess, Robinson 2 years ago.
Donnie Marshall's triple, a little too strong. He's going to finish up as Chicago goes to 4-0 and stays atop the NBA Central. Caffey and Amaechi, a couple of rookies. 8 seconds left. Donnie Marshall. Amaechi to clean it up. Big night on the offensive end for John, the rookie out of Penn State. But that is going to put the finalization to it. Michael Jordan, a 29-point night. Got 23 of them in the second half. Chicago Bulls are 4-0. They beat the Cavaliers by 18, 106-88. Don't go away. We'll come back and tell you about it in just a moment on Sports Channel.